What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? Tupac was killed on September 13, 1996 in Las Vegas following a drive-by shooting. Just 6 months later in Los Angeles, Biggie was gunned down following a Soul Train Music Awards party. Although it's been over 25 years, the friends, fans, and family still want to know who did it. Now you got this cop out of Los Angeles, well, former cop, Craig Caden, who claims he knows who did it. In a documentary that actually came out back in 2016 called Murder Rap, he claims the culprit is none other than Diddy. Yeah, he says Diddy put the hit out on Tupac for $1 million. He claims that there was a discussion between Diddy and a guy who was holding him down in terms of security in Los Angeles, and this guy was a gang member, and he took the job for $1 million. Now, who believes that? Which of you believes that Diddy, at the time known as Puff Daddy, murdered Tupac Shakur? Who believes it? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Okay, time's up. Family, this is not hard to figure out. I'm talking about the part where he's saying that Diddy actually put the hit out on Pop. Let me tell y'all something. First and foremost, I believe that Diddy is 1,000% innocent. I don't think there's a shred of truth to what the cop is saying. Remember, fam, he's a LAPD, former LAPD. LAPD is among the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. I don't trust Greg Caden as far as I can throw him. Now, I'm not naive enough to think that that wasn't a conversation that happened at some point that involved some gangster stuff. Because people say a lot of things when they're upset or they're in survival mode. But I don't think there was a particular conversation between Diddy and anyone that was responsible for Pac being murdered on that night. I'll tell you who I think did it. But first, let's look at these conspiracy theories. Some people are saying that, okay, Puff did it for $1 million. It makes sense. But you also got to think about, well, if you did it for $1 million, couldn't they just run the bank accounts? $1 million is a lot of money to move. You got to move a lot of money. And oftentimes you'll leave a paper trail. Now, of course, that money could have been moved and could have been diverted into other areas and paid out in cash, if that's actually what happened. But needless to say that theory is out there. You got people who are saying, well, Puff was in survival mode. Suge was talking about getting Puff and, woo, 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 and Puff struck first. Then you got people who were saying the Illuminati killed him. All types of conspiracy theories. And I understand it, fam. A lot of times, most of the times, family, every single time a celebrity dies, somebody thinks that there's a conspiracy. The Illuminati got him, They always, Puff got his wife killed, his ex-wife killed. He was responsible for Kim getting killed. She was a sacrifice. And, people just have all of these things, and it trips me out reading some of the comments. In any event, Here's what I think happened. I think Pac's murder was as simple as Pac stomped out a gang member, Orlando Anderson, a Crip, and he got green lighted. As simple as that. See, a lot of times, people look at people in gangs and stuff and people in the streets and they think, oh man, they jealous, man, you see you can't come around your people. It really ain't that. Sometimes that happens, yes. But most of the times, these guys and the gangs and stuff like that, they really look up to guys who come out of the streets and they make it. Because they feel like if they can make it, then there's hope for them. I don't think anybody would have ever touched Pac if Pac hadn't touched them. I don't think if Pac had not put his hands on Orlando Anderson, I don't think Pac would have been killed by Orlando Anderson. And, I got my reasons also for knowing that or believing that Orlando Anderson actually was the trigger man. Either way you slice it up, Tupac and Biggie may be gone in the physical form, but they'll never be forgotten, and their music will live forever. No more talk.
What them haters talking about?
Damn.